Hello everyone, this is Bradley. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 cast. Today we have a TvT for you on Belshire Vestige. In the bottom right hand corner we have our red Terran player RaR's ImPacT. And in the top left hand corner we have our blue Terran NoNforsakeNXE. Or Forsake. ForsakenNXE. It's Forsake. Or Forsaken. Screw it, we'll figure it out. Welcome, yes, like I say, welcome back to another cast. The map is Belshire Vestige, not one of the new maps for the new season, which started only this week, I believe. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I might be a bit slow on that one. I might not be. I'm not really certain, but I definitely know that it was out in the last week or so. But yeah, we'll figure it out. Right, and we have both players doing very little actually right now. There's not much I can really talk about until the game gets underway. Both players just dropping down for that supply depot. Although Forsaken's doing what I prefer to do, especially against Terran, because the wall-off's not so. The wall-off isn't as important here because with your range units and their range units, they're not. It just works that way. You're better off putting it here, where next to the command center, because then you don't lose mining time as much, because you're less likely to face a wall-off. Like I say, against Terran, so why go for your own? But we have Forsaken saving up right now. Looks like he's probably going to go for a command center first, or a dual barrack. I'm going to say thought it would be there, saving that up. But he might struggle a little bit here because it looks like with the refinery first, ImPacT is going to drop out the Reaper opening, a much more standard opening. The barracks also going down there for Forsaken. You notice that you see the Reaper a lot more these days. I mean, it looks like he is going to go for one, dropping out the Marine first, just in case he comes up against one. The Reaper is slightly delayed there, but it's still going to get off. It's still going to get in the base, and it's not like it's going to die anytime soon. And is he actually going to go for it, or is he going to go for the factory? I am uncertain here, although he has just lost a lot of gas. Where is it? There we are, there's a factory going down at the back. Must be being a bit thick there. I thought he might have gone for the root beer there. But with the gas being saved up, it's obviously going for the factory instead. Woo! So, second gas going down there. I've got to admit, I'm not the best at predicting what's going to happen. But we've got double barracks coming out here. Right, for the astute among you there, you might have noticed that the game jumped slightly. Unfortunately, I had to go sort out some washing. My dad was shouting for me there. Anyway, where were we? Double barracks, scout. Oh yeah, well, bloody hell, the SCV got away quickly. Yes, anyway, the SCV tries to get in there. I don't think he's got anything in the way of scouting information. He haven't got much past the barracks. See, I suppose you could argue that's why you wall in, but not for me. It looks like we're going to have some Banshee play coming up here for ImPacT. And why is that not back to there? There we are. And the third barracks coming down. Looks like we're going to do some really heavy bio play here. The SCV dropping down the bunker there, and the command center coming over right there. No command center as of yet on the way, although like I say, he is going for this Banshee play. So it is a very heavy investment, especially in gas, time and minerals. I mean, a Banshee is 150, 100. Especially after you've considered how much a barracks is. It adds up to quite a bit. I mean, he's only managed to pump out a few Marines. Granted, there are a few Marines here, and he's going to have a lot more in order to hold this off for Forsaken, but if he does manage to hold it off and hold it off well, he's going to come off very much ahead. He's going to have a better economy, considering that ImPacT's only just dropped his first command center, and he has just scouted this. So an engineering bay will more than likely going down for Forsaken. There we go, and the turrets will be coming up very soon. And in theory could get there. I mean, they're going to be done before cloaking's done. So he should be alright with this. But as long as he's you're probably also going to say that he doesn't drop any mules sometime soon, so we can have the scan ready and willing. There you go, there's Marines rallied inside the base. And well, he's got the ones at the front there. They'll come out should he need to take back. There we go. There's also a missile turret coming down. They're going to be ready just in time for this. Is there a missile turret going down in the main? Yes, it is. He's expecting them to go straight up there, but missile turret's range goes to give or take, I'd say, about there. It can see further than it can shoot. So if he just catches this just right there, he'll just... Ooh. Of course, this also puts ImPacT in a rough position, because more than likely, right there you go, you'll be able to be seen a lot. You can do a lot. You can do kill one or two, but unless he gets quite a few kills, this Banshee will die off soon, and that is unfortunate. And you have a large amount of Marines here, more than enough to hold it off. Especially, like I say, there you go. He didn't drop the mules before. He does have enough for a scan. If he drops a scan right here, he might just there you go. And it didn't even get enough kills to pay for itself. Although you've got a Banshee coming out and some tanks coming out here. Should be enough for a rough contain here. Although Forsaken really needs to either get out some mines or get out something along them lines. Gas being taken at the third. Now for Forsaken. And ImPacT running up in the centre of the base. And that's before this gets out. Ooh. We could be seeing the tanks if he catches the tanks out of position. Or tank gets off one good shot there. Very good for ImPacT there. Get the weakest ones inside of there, mate. Otherwise you're going to lose them. And this is going to put Forsaken in a rough position here. He might want to consider dropping down ooh, there's the tanks down. Very well placed tanks at the bottom here. Going to have a very good line of sight, unless he gets a turret up there. This Banshee can spot for as long as he cares to. There you go, there's the turret coming down. But he's going to end up drawing these Marines back, that just spotting there, and should be able to hit most things on the way down there. Right now though, this Banshee is going to run out of energy sometime soon, so he's going to have to watch his luck, because as soon as that turret's up, he's going to be getting shot. But there you go, there's the siege tanks are right up there, and there's nothing much he can do right now. He needs to get some sort of push for himself, maybe some sort of if he gets medevacs out, he can in theory doom drop. I'll say doom drop, he can just at least drop the siege tanks and ensure that very little damage is taken, plus he can force some splash damage. Yes, the Marines might be able to take that, but right now I don't think he's got much in the way of options. Unless he drops down at ImPacT space. It looks like we're going to have some very heavy mech play here. Notice no add-ons on the barracks there, but the reactors going down, so heavy Widow Mine, heavy Hellion play, that's what we're going to be looking at here. Siege tank out now. Ooh. Siege tank's doing enough damage to keep it going, but one of the Banshees is going to go down. The other Banshee is going to go down, because like I say, that can't necessarily shoot him, but it can spot him. That Banshee almost did there. One more shot would have done it. Some SCVs are more than likely going to go down here. This Banshee needs to go down sometime soon. And this one at the back here, I think he's going to have to sack this bunker. It's not worth keeping it up for now. Well, I suppose it gives him enough time to set up, but right now he's spending more than he's saving, so this Viking, once it gets out, it will be very useful for him. Has he got a Viking? I was looking at the wrong guy there. Vikings are coming out for ImPacT now. There we are. That bunker's lost. He was better off letting it get to full health and trying to sack it, but unfortunately right now there's not much he can do. And the game has developed into what I would call a bit more of a standard TvT. A contain coming out. When did these get there? SCVs are just going to melt away here. Very good play there. I didn't even notice that coming in. These mules also could go down. They're not going to. Oh, but both the medevacs. He doesn't even get one there. No actual damage except for the units that were dropped. That's very good play there, forcing him out. And if we look at the the units lost relatively even right now. Of course, Forsaken hasn't lost as many heavy units, like I say before. Units were lost for the Banshee was lost. So if we have a look at Where are you? Yeah. Right, army supply. Units killed. You have to bear with me. I'm trying to learn this still. There you go. Units killed. Workers killed. 36 for Forsaken. That's very good. It's just what he needed to get himself back into this game here. And it's very well played. I mean, right now he's also pushing out across the map. If he sieged up there, he would have done some massive damage to these Hellions. Of course, these Hellions are going to tank a lot of damage when Forsaken comes across the map. They're going to run in, tank a lot of damage from the tanks. And if they get close enough to the Marines, they're going to do a lot of damage. Probably going to have the servos. I'm not sure if we got the servos, but the Hellbats are on the way now. Did he? I don't believe he has. No, he hasn't. He hasn't even got the building for them. But no, but like I say, it's going to be heavy mech play here. He's going to need the gas eventually, though. Well, he should be taking this third gas because he's going to need it sometime soon, especially for things like the tanks and the banshees, etc. But it's looking it's actually looking a lot better for Forsaken right now. Oh, can he get rid of that? Can he? Oh, he almost was able to get rid of the Raven there. It would be a very nice little pickup for him. But he's just running into a tank line there. No, I don't think that was worth it. He lost way too many Marines. Went right into the organ grinder there. Now Forsaken is able to push out. You have a little mini force here that could counter-attack if it came right up the ramp here. We'll be able to do a nice bit of damage, but ImPacT catches Forsaken right out of turn. And everything's just going to go down here for Forsaken. He's pretty much going to lose most of his forces there. The medevacs do burn out the way. And unfortunately for him, he's not actually going to lose anything, but by rights he should have. That's quite a risky third there, but I could see the logic behind it. This is obviously where you'd normally have expect your third to be taken, but if you take the third there, well, yes, he could be in the way of ops and stuff, but if he's not planning on doing that anytime soon, which it looks like he's not, then he could have a nice sneaky third for as long as he needs, but that looks like unlikely to happen. He's pulling up there to try and get away. He's seen that they're on their way to get him. Although I'm not sure if there's enough anti-air there. As soon as it gets over the threshold, you'll be able to pick up you'll be able to get some SCVs in there and pick it up. More barracks on the way down as well, bringing up to a total of 2, 3, 6, 8 barracks now. 8 barracks, 1 factory, and a starport. Of course, he also has 2 on the way now for Forsaken. And no upgrades as of yet for ImPacT. And that's going to significantly hinder him later, eventually, especially if Forsaken gets his 2-2 up. Has he? Wow, is this? Oh, there it is. Sorry, not even second weapons 2's done yet, but Forsaken's really going to have a very good benefit here. 2-2 will be done long before 1-1, long before 2 will even be done for ImPacT. So Forsaken really needs to take advantage of this. Overall, not a bad game so far. Everything's back and forth, and he's going to. Oh, that's just evil. Oh, that's cruel. Oh, this Hellbat need. Oh, that's a shame. Nah, well, what can you do? And that's why Hellbat drops are so much of a pain. Of course, this medevac is now completely out of energy. Ah, well. Right, and Forsaken tanking up here. And this, I wouldn't even call this a contain anymore, considering he also has his third base now up and running. ImPacT kind of has the mules down, but doesn't have as many SCVs as Forsaken does. However, he does have the orbital, so he will be able to drop them. Like I said, the mules will really benefit him here. Some of these mineral patches are actually starting to run out. 20 minutes into this game now. Back and forth action, not much happening right now though. It's going to be a jockeying for position. ImPacT heading up in supply, but you've got to remember, sometimes these supplies kind of lie. A lot of this is in tanks and Hellbats. While Hellbats are fantastic, they are a hell of a supply sink. But for good reason, they are fantastic. Although, personally, I'd rather have the equivalent of Marines. Or at least the equivalent supply of Marines. I don't know why. Personal opinion. But looks like ImPacT's sacrificing a few tanks there for no good reason. He's also not heading into any more, well, more Hellbats are coming out. He's not heading into any sort of extra tech, no Thors or anything like that. It's pure siege tank Hellbat. Very little anti-air other than these three, other than a handful of Marines and 3 Vikings right now, so we'll have to see how that plays out for him. I mean, even these Marines are going to be able to take out these Vikings, so we'll see. ImPacT pulling back with half of his forces now, and in all fairness, half of these, including these 6 siege tanks, are more than enough to hold off. Although we do have a counterattack coming down here for Forsaken. And looks like he's going to be able to catch 1 or 2 of these off guard. That's probably why this has been pulled back. He's recognised the fact that there's going to be an attack. If he can get this, if he can get the orbital command, that'll be a hell of a turn for him. It is burning down now. He does need to get a repair going on it. Come on, start repairing. Come on, Forsaken. Has he got it? No, not yet. It's burning down. Oh, no, wait, there's the repair. There you go, there's the repair coming down, but that container's not going to be broken anytime soon. He could. Forsaken could drop the main right now. There's a lot of SCVs just left there to their own devices. That would be very good. Of course, unfortunately, that would also free up a lot of supply. ImPacT harbouring a lot of minerals and gas right now. These tanks doing quite a bit of damage. Like I say, what is the army supply right now? That is not what I wanted at all. Army supply is 105, well, spot on right now actually. That was a good time to check it. 105 to 105. But like I said, these supplies are relatively misleading. These Hellbats take up a lot of supply in of themselves, and there's very little anti-air here. I mean, enough, if we had a very rough transition into, oh my lord, that's a lot of, I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot of battle cruisers right here, ladies and gentlemen, especially with this amount of gas saved up. Watch, this is going to be a lot of tech labs dropping here. Guarantee. No? That's weird, a lot of tech labs being dropped there for the factories, but you'd expect a lot of, with this amount, you'd expect a lot of tech labs being going down for the starport as well. I wonder what he's planning on doing there. A drop coming in here. Able to possibly take out this orbital command. He's going to get it there because nothing's in repair range. These medevacs have to get out now, unfortunately for Forsaken. ImPacT has enough to get it to resupply here. However, 3-3 will almost be finished for now. 4th base is down for Forsaken, but his supply has not gone up any further anytime soon. He really needs to get some supply depots down. If you look at that, he's got a lot of buildings just waiting to build stuff, because there's just empty supply just sat there because there's nothing to be done. There's a drop coming down here. This base is going to go down. A lot of SCVs could go down if they were there, but unfortunately for him, they're actually not. As soon as this goes down, he can pick up all these and leave, because there's absolutely no point being here anymore. He could just stay here and try and get some kills off Hellbats, but that force, in all fairness, that wasn't the worst trade ever for him. But this standoff has been going on for quite a while now. And my phone just went off. Twitter, I don't need you right now. Get out of my way. There you go. Sorry this has been a boring cast, I've got to be afraid. I'm trying to keep it down with the rest of my family in the house. Especially when you're shouting that, oh, everyone, the CVs are dying. It's such a pain. And there you go, we have supply depots going down in the most unlikely of places now. Don't know why it's going down now, though that is a good idea. It's cheap, affordable. If he drops it there, he doesn't lose a combat unit, but he is aware of when buildings are, when there's a fight on the way. It was quite a contain. A few tanks got a shot off there. That's a lot of splash damage. These tanks need to siege up now. for an extra line. And the fourth being saturated now for Forsaken. Should probably look and maybe taking. You could take this one as well, but it would be pointless because there would be too much room for an attack here. Marauder preventing anything from going down there. SCVs transferring over down into the third as well. Although you should just really bring them up into the fourth. I mean, they're doing nothing. Oh no, unless I'm very much mistaken. Oh, they are from the fourth. Wow, I'm getting confused with this map and this amount of buildings right here. Really starting to throw me off here. Oh, that is unfortunate. All them tanks going down to just a handful of Banshees. Oh, Banshees. So irritating. There is very little anti-air here. That's because everything is going down to the bottom here. There's massive bioforces moving right in. If they just stim up and head straight for the tanks, he will be in such a good shape here because he won't be able to. There'll be nothing to take them out, then move straight into these SCVs. The SCVs are going to go right through to the nearest station. All the SCVs just dying there. Worker supply dropping. That is not fun. For ImPacT, losing quite a bit here. Going to lose even more. Oh, the units are spawning just right to possibly help, but they're not being able to do anything. At the same time, we have ImPacT moving up into the base here, Forsaken. ImPacT has nothing here. Forsaken has nothing here really to defend except a siege tank. But if these all siege up, he will be a bit scuppered. Nothing can really move up here without dying right now, but it's doing more than enough damage. Although saying that, everything is melting as it moves up here. ImPacT really feeling it in the supply here. However, he did have the bank in order to make the army back. I mean, let's look at what we've got. We've got 1 siege tank to 13, but 19 marauders and 32 medevacs, and 8 hellbats, 6 hellbats now. Everything in production. It's all in siege tanks right now, but there's very little anti-air. You could doom drop these with this amount of marines, and you do enough damage in splash alone to warrant it. All this production is going to go down here. He needs to drop a scan to get rid of these Banshees, otherwise he's really going to feel it sometime soon. These tanks as well are really not going to help. If he pulls back now, he can end up wiping out a lot of supply now. Even a few more production facilities. But right now he's starting to feel it. He is contained in his own base here, but he has, well, I say 2. He has at least 1 mining base, 1 floating around. There's 1 mining base for ImPacT right here. And it looks like Forsaken's decided to go with the option that I just suggested. If he wipes out the supply, it means he won't be able to produce anything at all until these SCVs drop some stuff. He should start looking at getting rid of some of these. There's very little anti-air here, which is unfortunate because now, as long as he gets rid of that, oh, that will burn down. Though he needs to pick up. He really needs to pick up. There we go. Now this will burn down unless he drops a mule there to get it. But now he's dropping in again to get rid of the engineering bay and even take out some of these SCVs, which he's going to do. A good number of them going down here is really going to feel that in his economics there. He needs to turn these 2 into orbital command as well, and so he can get some mules out. But these marauders also need to get picked up. He seems like he's very distracted up at the top here. He's going to catch all of these tanks out of position. These tanks are not sieged up, and they're all going to go down. And these siege tanks are now unsieged. If he catches these at the wrong time as well, he's really going to feel it again. Oh, this is not going well for ImPacT here. Although supplies are relatively similar, all they need to do. ImPacT is quite an situational army. However, if the anti-air gets out for Forsaken, he will be able to take out these Banshees, and he will be in so much better shape because all he needs to do then is drop and catch all these out of place. Siege tanks coming out now en masse. If he stims in here and gets rid of all these tanks, he's going to do a significant amount of damage. pulling back there is probably not the best thing to do. I would have personally just stimmed right up, took the hit, because he would have taken out most of these tanks straight away, and the splash damage as well, because he's going to lose them all now anyway. For very little return. Unless he picks them all up, but there you go, there they all die. At least he would have got some damage out of them. But now the siege tanks themselves are going to go down. He has no anti-air here. He does have one starport, but no income either. This is his last mining base. He's really starting to suffer. Even ImPacT's starting to get up a bit of a mining base, just starting to pump out SCVs rather than taking the orbital command route, which would probably be better off for him if he takes at least one, because then he's guaranteed mules. But this contain here is too powerful right now for Forsaken to break. I really don't see if he's going to be able to break this anytime soon. The closest he could do is maybe get a Doom drop going in, but as it stands right now, that's nothing he's going to be able to do. The Widow Mines are coming down now. He is getting out a load of Widow Mines, which is good for him. And due to a relative lack of scans, oh, we even have Marauders and another drop coming in the bottom here. More supply is going to be lost. SCVs are just sitting round. Oh, it's a lot of supply being, well, a lot of building material being lost for ImPacT here. He's not going to be able to rebuild much of anything. In fact, if Forsaken even, again, gets amongst any of these supply depots, they're all going to go down, and it will not be pretty, especially when you can't produce anything, and you have very little money to do so anyway. The Widow Mine's just sort of sat there, now pulling out with the tank and everything to get to the top. He's probably just going to sit here at the top now. Oh, I didn't even realise he had the Bioforce here just at the top. He does have a lot of bank to go through, so he may as well pull it out. Personally, he's better off also getting a few Vikings out there. It would really help him in the long term. But he does also have you've got to remember as well, he has a severe upgrade advantage here. That one Marauder getting missile to death. Right now, nah, that wasn't going to happen. Right now, ImPacT pulling back with all his forces. Supplies are really even right now. Oh, he's going to lose all that base. Everything's going to go down there. It's more supply, more minerals, everything lost there. However, he also has a base on the right-hand side there, and it looks like he's putting another one down on there. And I have no idea what he's saying there. Sorry, Abadas, but this is over, I think he's saying. My German is very rusty. Well, it looks like it's turned into an interesting game now. Both sides refusing to give in. Neither one of them wanting to lose to anything here. Oh, that tank could have got us some good shots. It only kills off one mine there. However, if he stims at the correct time, all these will go down. He can get them. He just needs a scan. He just needs a money scan there, and fortunately he's not going to get it. Whether if they do fly back over and he gets the scan off, or this could be brutal. Oh, that's the Vikings gone. Now all that's left, all the Banshees, and he's really going to feel that when the Banshees are gone, because then he has no anti-air. Nothing can prevent the drops. If he pulls back here, the Banshees try to engage. These mines are going to take them out. That is a fact. Yet more mines down here, and mines still up here. Although it looks like he's decided to go for the smart option and try and just kill off the base. And he probably will lose that. And it will. It's one Banshee down. That's one he cannot afford to replace. He's going to suffer here. And hats off to Forsaken for well held. He's severely detrimental right now. In, well, not supply, but especially in forces. I mean, army supply right now is... I wish I could tell you. Army supply is 50 to 42, so not that much different. However, with only 2 workers, 1 worker. Oh, and a base going down as well. That's a scan out the way. He only has 1 worker now. I mean, Forsaken could just purely go for destroying this and forcing the forcing the death of the buildings. So he's moving over here. He has the idea to come down and take out this base. But ImPacT isn't stupid. He knows that this is the only option the Forsaken really has right now, because he cannot take this army in a one-on fight. His only real option is to take on this base. And as long as everything that's lifted is lifted. Or if he catches this army out of place, though. Oh, this is awful. It's awful for Forsaken, yeah. Again, like I say, he cannot take this army in a one-on engagement. So we need to just start taking out buildings. However, like I say, there is no anti-air either, so he needs to pick up this army straight away before he loses it. I still think a Doom drop would be one of his best options. One Viking on the way there, but right now he has nothing else. He has 5 minerals. There's very few minerals coming in. I mean, let's look at the income. Favouring Forsaken right now by a good long while. Let's have a look at what units we've got. We've got one Banshee? You honestly went down to one Banshee? Well, bugger me. One Banshee and 8 tanks, so 23 Marines, a tank, a Marauder, and 5 Hellbats for ImPacT. This is going to be interesting. If this Banshee goes down, he's really going to be hurting. He cannot afford to lose this Banshee, considering that ImPacT still has a lot of production capability, but also a lot of income capability. I mean, right now with that orbital command, he could at least drop to. There's enough workers there. He could drop at least 2 of the 2 mules and bring his income right back up. But if these tanks catch everything just right, then ImPacT's going to be taking a lot of damage here. Oh, Forsaken cannot afford to be taking these sort of losses right now. Maybe he has one building down here, one building at the bottom, and a small force coming in to try and take out anything they can. And he's going to be feeling it. Now the supplies are right down. Yes, he has the minerals, but he needs the supply depots. He needs to build. He cannot replace his army anymore. There you go. 3 supply depots, 5 supply depots going down, and it'll only just be enough. But his entire army is confined to this one area. A good drop. One decent drop by Forsaken here, and he will take it. Oh, I think he may have pushed his luck a bit too far there. He needs to get everything up inside the inside these medevacs. Get down here and start taking things out. Which is exactly what he's doing with this army down. Exactly what he's doing with this drop. I feel like this is quite indicative of a lot of Terran games, especially when you end up forcing a base race. Back and forth, jockeying for position. I mean, you've got the Bioforce, which is very powerful. Oh, and he has to pull away there, otherwise he will lose everything there. That supply depot is going to go down probably. That one Viking there is going to get taken out. Oh, if he drops a scan. Oh, that Banshee is almost dead. There's nothing he can afford to replace here. He's really pushing his luck. Noble Command coming down here, 2nd one now. Forsaken's getting himself right back into a good shape, almost resetting the game. That one Viking just sat around. Especially with these Marines as well, and you really need to pull down. With Forsaken just attempting to see what he can do. And where did that, there it is, that medevac, if he goes in, he can drop on top of these 2 tanks and they will go down. And you'll have almost free reign to take out this orbital command as well, but by the time the army comes back, he's going to really love it. He needs to pick them up. He needs to drop them on the other side of on this tank right now and try and take it out. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. More Marines are being pumped out here. And like I said, it's really surprising considering where this game has got to. Very few minerals though left in these compared to when they originally start. There's enough for allowing them to make a decent sized army, but if ImPacT gets the engagement he wants, he will win a lot of jockeying here for position as well. And that personally is a waste of units, although it looks like one tank has gone down. A lot of these tanks on low health though, unfortunately you can't even afford to repair them. I'm really starting to suffer. One tank just sat there on the top. Should probably try and bring that down. Although these Vikings could go around now and just start cleaning up the Banshee. Especially if he gets if he gets the scan. The Banshee will be gone, and then this army will just be free reign for Forsaken. There's a lot of good things coming out of the Forsaken will be able to get away with this. If you can force this Banshee over and get rid of it, that's all you need to do, because that's his most potent anti-tank. There you go, that's the Banshee out of the way. Now these Vikings can take care of the only Viking on the map if it is still alive, and it is not. Very clever. Now the Banshee coming out for Forsaken. This Banshee gets out, that is it, that is game over. However, it doesn't look like he's going to scout at any time soon. These tanks are being caught right out of position. He gets one good stim and he will take out all these tanks. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. GG call by ImPacT. Very good game there. Very back and forth. Unfortunately, caught out in position at the wrong time there. Although that Banshee would have made all the difference. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you all next time.